In the vast savanna, lions are still considered top predators with their effective coordination and close-range hunting abilities. In many situations, lions accelerate and lunge from close range, attempting to control their target before the prey can react. However, not every hunt ends as planned, as the environment and the prey's reaction quickly change the course of events. In the savannas and open grasslands of Africa, giraffes live in areas with open space and wide visibility. They move constantly between clumps of trees and maintain distance to observe their surroundings. The giraffe's greatest strength lies in its long legs and powerful kicks, allowing it to deliver blows in multiple directions and create a wide range of counterattacks when approached. This creates a dangerous boundary when predators get close. It is at this boundary, in an open area, that a group of lions begins to approach the giraffe from multiple directions, maintaining distance and moving slowly to avoid attracting attention. They try to narrow the space to move and force the giraffe into a difficult position to maneuver. When the distance is close enough, the lions lunge to create pressure and find an opportunity to control the prey's hindquarters, thereby pushing the situation into a direct confrontation. In that moment, the giraffe turns its body to face the direction of attack and maintains distance. As lion advanced, giraffe unleashed a powerful kick with both hind legs, forcing lion to halt. Unable to maintain his advantage, lion retreated, ending the hunt in defeat. In the savannas, scrublands, and open woodlands of Africa, zebras live in herds and maintain close formations to support each other in times of danger. Although lacking large fangs or horns, zebras survive thanks to their keen observational skills, endurance, and herd spirit. Their strength lies in their ability to accelerate quickly and maintain speed long enough to escape predators. Taking advantage of this, during movement, a lion approaches the herd from behind, keeping its body low and moving slowly to avoid attracting attention. As the herd accelerates, the young zebras fall behind, creating distance from the main group. The lion immediately changes direction, accelerates, closes in, and lunges for a close-range pounce. In the climactic moment, as the lion gets close, the mother zebra turns and moves directly toward the attacker. As the lion tries to maintain its position, the mother zebra delivers a forward kick, forcing the lion to stop and retreat out of danger. Unable to maintain the pressure, lion retreated and ended the hunt in failure. On a vast, dry grassland, a pack of wild dogs moved closely together, constantly observing their surroundings. They possessed precise hunting instincts, often recognizing weak or injured prey from a great distance. With their compact bodies and high stamina, wild dogs could change direction quickly and maintain pressure for extended periods. So nearby lions began to take notice and stealthily approach the pack. From near the low grass, a lion stealthily approached, slowly closing the distance to the wild dogs. It suddenly accelerated and lunged, attempting to force several individuals to separate from the group before the confrontation dragged on too long. But as soon as the lion got close, the wild dogs quickly fanned out to the sides and closed the circle again, forcing the lion to constantly change direction and gradually lose the initiative. The struggle continued as the pack of wild dogs maintained their cohesion and continuously moved around the disputed area. After several unsuccessful charges, lion's pace slowed and the safe distance narrowed. After a period of ineffective closing in, lion finally left the area, while the pack of wild dogs maintained their formation and continued to control their food source. In the savannas and open grasslands of Africa, rhinos move independently and maintain distance from other species in their environment. When danger is detected, rhinos don't flee but instead turn directly toward the threat and maintain a facing position. Their front horns, combined with the propulsion from their bodies, create a direct response, forming a difficult-to-reach zone when predators approach. Because of this characteristic, from a distance, a lion begins to approach a rhino, circling and maintaining distance to gauge its reaction. It constantly changes position, trying to approach from the side or rear, but cannot maintain a stable direction. When attempting to get close, the lion accelerates and lunges, pushing the situation into a direct confrontation. At that moment, as the lion approaches, the rhino rotates its body and keeps its face directly facing the attacker, leaving no openings. As lion continued to close in, rhino surged forward and moved swiftly, forcing lion to stop and move out of the danger zone. Unable to gain an advantage, lion retreated and ended the hunt in defeat, thus bringing the confrontation to a close. Along the low grass near its old hunting grounds, the hyena moved slowly, constantly observing its surroundings. Hyenas are known for their tenacity and rarely give up when faced with pressure from larger opponents. Their strong jaws and tenacious nature help them maintain confidence in direct confrontations, so they calmly continued to observe the area. Behind the bushes, the lion silently approached, then suddenly accelerated to close the distance. It tried to use its strength to force the hyena out of position before the confrontation dragged on too long. But as soon as the distance narrowed, the hyena immediately turned, held its position, and reacted continuously, causing the lion to gradually lose its initial advantage. The fierce resistance forced the lion to slow down and begin to retreat from the hunting grounds. The hyena remained standing, watching its opponent's every move instead of fleeing. After several unsuccessful attempts to get close, the confrontation ended in defeat when the lion was forced to abandon the hunt against its opponent, who was too tenacious and persistent. On the edge of the river, covered in soft mud, adult hippos stood vigilantly near the water's surface. Hippos constantly observed changes around them, especially in the area leading down to the river. Hippos have a very strong territorial instinct, especially when danger approaches the water or their offspring. Their heavy bodies and strong jaws help them maintain the initiative when many strange movements begin to appear near the shore. On the grassy bank of the river, lions silently lowered their bodies and slowly moved towards the hippo. Lions tried to create pressure from various directions, but when the distance was close enough, the hippo would immediately lunge forward to block their approach. The unexpected reaction from the hippo quickly forced the lion to change direction and retreat from the soft mud. Lions gradually lost their ability to maintain pressure as the hippo continuously maintained a fierce reaction around the water's edge. Despite many attempts to approach, lions could not gain an advantage against the hippo's vigilance. Finally, the lion left the area, while the hippo slowly returned to its waters as the confrontation ended. In the vast grasslands of Africa, buffaloes live in herds and are often found in areas with abundant grass year-round. The open environment allows them to easily observe and detect danger from a distance. Their thick, curved horns are their primary defensive weapon, providing powerful thrusts and creating a difficult-to-reach zone when predators approach, thus maintaining a defensive advantage. Taking advantage of this, a group of lions begins to approach the buffalo herd from multiple directions, keeping their formation spread out and moving low to avoid detection. They try to disrupt the formation and target an individual, waiting for the opportune moment to close in. When the distance narrows, the lions accelerate and charge, attempting to reach the buffalo's flank, pushing the situation into a confrontation. At that moment, the buffalo herd simultaneously turns and maintains formation, turning their heads toward the attacker. They lowered their heads and advanced simultaneously, creating counter-pressure and forcing lion to stop and move out of the danger zone. Unable to maintain the initiative, lion retreated and ended the hunt in defeat, thus concluding the main confrontation. From this result, the buffalo's strength lies in how the pack maintains its formation and reacts in unison. Lion can create pressure when approaching, but quickly loses its advantage when facing the entire pack head-on. The confrontation ends when the buffalo hold their position, and lion is forced to leave the area. In the vast savanna, mother elephants move slowly with their young, constantly observing their surroundings. Elephants don't react with panic. Instead, they assess the direction of danger before acting. Their large tusks and bodies help them maintain a defensive posture when unusual movements appear near the herd, thus shaping their response to threats. Based on this characteristic, behind the dry grass, a group of lions split up, approaching and closing the distance to the young elephant. They avoid direct confrontation with the adult elephants and look for opportunities in the gaps between mother and offspring. When the distance is close enough, the lions accelerate, charging towards their target and applying direct pressure, pushing the situation into a confrontation. At this transitional moment, The mother elephant immediately turns to block the lion's path and advances directly, forcing them to retreat. The mother elephant's call draws the other adults back, and they quickly close the formation around the young elephant. Unable to maintain his position, Lion retreated and ended the hunt in defeat, thus bringing the confrontation to a close. Through each situation, we can see that the balance between predator and prey is constantly shifting with each move. Sometimes, the lion has to retreat, not because it is weaker, but because the conditions are no longer suitable to continue. Continue watching to see how each subsequent confrontation unfolds differently in nature. As the vast grasslands gradually become quiet, wild dogs begin to emerge amidst rivals always ready to react to protect their survival distance. From Impala to Hyena or oryx, each confrontation quickly escalates into close-quarters combat, cutting off movement and creating constant pressure on the open ground. In a world where even a slow reaction can change the course of the battle, wild dogs maintain their advantage through synchronized coordination and the relentless attack of the entire pack. On the muddy riverbank, an adult crocodile lay low to the surface, only its eyes and nose visible, observing the river's edge. Crocodiles often ambush in areas frequented by watering animals. Their powerful jaws and ability to firmly grip their target underwater give them an advantage as the pack of wild dogs approaches the water's edge. While the crocodile remained near the deeper water, the pack of wild dogs slowed down after their long chase and began observing every movement on the surface. Several wild dogs approached the riverbank to survey the area, one stepping too close to the soft mud. Suddenly, the crocodile lunged out of the water, cutting across the retreating direction towards the bank. The pack of wild dogs immediately split up and signaled a warning. As the pack of wild dogs quickly created space for the individual near the bank to retreat away from the water's edge, the crocodile continued to maintain its advantage in the river area. The wild dog was forced to move away from the dangerous mud and retreat from the edge of the bank before returning to a safe area. The confrontation ended with the crocodile regaining control of the water's edge, demonstrating that even a slow reaction can quickly change the course of events. On dry land near the low grass, an adult lion stands still, observing its surroundings and maintaining its position near its resting spot. Lions have highly developed hunting instincts and usually react very quickly when they detect movement near their territory. Their strength in the shoulders, neck, and front legs gives the lion a significant advantage when the wild dog pack begins to approach the area. Outside the low grass, the wild dogs begin to spread out and constantly change direction to monitor the lion's reaction. Some wild dogs approach and then separate to pull their opponent away from its original position, while others circle to the sides to apply continuous pressure. When the wild dogs suddenly accelerate and approach the resting area, the lion immediately reacts by lunging forward, forcing the pack to spread further apart. As the lion begins to move away from its resting spot, the wild dogs continue to circle briefly, but do not maintain close contact for too long. The lion held its position, forcing the wild dogs to reduce pressure and gradually retreat from the open area. The confrontation ended with the lion having the advantage, showing that wild dogs still need to recognize the dangerous limits when facing stronger opponents. In the middle of a vast, unobstructed expanse of dry land, an oryx constantly maintains its position, observing any movement around the open space ahead. The oryx always tries to maintain a safe distance and is ready to react when danger approaches. Outside the open space, a pack of wild dogs continuously approaches, then quickly separates to create pressure from multiple directions around the oryx's position. A few wild dogs suddenly accelerate and cut across the open space ahead, forcing the oryx to constantly turn its head to maintain its defensive rhythm. After repeatedly changing direction to maintain a safe distance, the oryx can no longer maintain its initial stable defensive rhythm against the relentless onslaught of the wild dogs. The hunt ends with the wild dogs winning, as the oryx's safe space is gradually taken over time. Along the dry grasslands during migration season, a pack of wildebeest maintains close formation, observing movements in the distance. Wildebeests have a very strong vigilance and often react quickly to any unusual signs near the pack. While the wildebeest pack remains in formation, the wild dog pack silently spreads out, gradually narrowing the gap around a slow-moving individual. The wild dog suddenly accelerates to drive the prey away from the pack, while other individuals continuously circle to either side to cut off the wildebeest's escape route. After several rapid changes of direction, the wildebeest's pace begins to slow down as the pack of wild dogs maintains pressure around the separated target. The hunt concludes with the wild dog winning, demonstrating how continuous coordinated pressure can gradually cause prey to lose their initial advantage. On the open grassland, a pack of impalas slowly forages for food and constantly observes their surroundings. Impalas have a very keen sense of alertness. Even the slightest sound or unusual movement near the bushes can cause the entire pack to change direction almost simultaneously. Their speed and agility allow them to maintain a steady pace when signs of danger appear. While the impalas remain in formation near the open area, the wild dogs begin to spread out and silently close the distance to the group near the edge of the pack. One group of wild dogs circles ahead to block the escape route, while the group behind constantly closes in and cuts across the path of an impala that is slow to change direction. When a wild dog suddenly accelerates, the chase quickly becomes more intense. When the impala's running rhythm begins to become erratic, The wild dogs continuously maintain pressure around the target that has become separated from the pack. Impala tried to change direction to escape, but the safe distance gradually narrowed as the chase continued. The hunt ended with the wild dog emerging victorious, demonstrating how the coordinated efforts of the pack can diminish the Impala's speed advantage. On dry, low-lying ground, a warthog moves slowly, constantly observing its surroundings before heading towards open areas. Warthogs have very keen survival instincts and often quickly rush to their burrows when they detect danger nearby. While the warthog tries to maintain its direction near the low-lying area, the pack of wild dogs also begins to spread out to control its direction of travel, instead of charging straight ahead. A group constantly follows behind, while others circle to the sides to force the warthog to constantly turn defensively. When the warthog turns back to react with headbutts, the pack of wild dogs quickly splits and cuts across its path when an opening appears. The hunt ends with the wild dogs winning, demonstrating how collective coordination can gradually reduce the warthog's defensive advantage. In a direct competitive environment around open ground, a hyena constantly maintains its position and observes movements near the food source. Hyenas excel in endurance and the ability to maintain pressure for extended periods when facing other predators. From a safe distance, the pack of wild dogs constantly changes direction and maintains a rhythm of movement before beginning to close in around the hyena's position. Some wild dogs quickly dash into open space and then immediately split up, while others circle to the sides to maintain continuous pressure around their opponent. As the rhythm of control around the open ground begins to stretch, the hyena's movement becomes unstable as the pack of wild dogs maintains a distance and closes in from multiple directions. The confrontation ends when the wild dogs gain the advantage thanks to their coordination and sustained pressure. In the area with low trees and thick bushes, the leopard remained still, constantly observing the movements below. Leopards are stealthy hunters, usually waiting for the right distance before emerging from their hiding place. Their short-range acceleration gave the leopard an advantage, as the wild dogs began to approach the area still smelling of food. Below the low trees, the wild dogs quickly spread out around the leopard's position, constantly changing direction to maintain pressure from the ground. A few wild dogs approached, and then quickly separated to force the leopard to react and change position. When the wild dog suddenly accelerated and moved closer, the leopard also quickly retreated towards a nearby tree trunk. After being forced to change position several times, the leopard no longer maintained its distance near the low bushes, but quickly climbed a tree to avoid pressure from multiple directions. The wild dogs controlled the area below for a short time, before gradually slowing down around the base of the tree. The confrontation ended when the leopard proactively maintained a safe distance, high above the ground, under pressure from the entire pack of wild dogs. After a series of intense confrontations in the open fields, the wild dog pack continues to move between rivals, always ready to react for survival. Each hunt not only demonstrates the endurance and coordination of the pack, but also reflects how animals constantly adapt to maintain an advantage in a harsh environment. If you want to continue following more intense hunts and survival strategies in the wild, stay tuned for the following parts.